So we have Mike Marley here. We're talking about the upcoming fight next week. Vasyl Lomachenko, one of my favorites. Current fighters, maybe the favorite fighter against Teofimo Lopez. Okay, October 17th. We thought we'd get our, put in our 2 cents. Mike, what do you think? What do you think is going to go down?
Well, first of all, I know a lot of people have Lomachenko as their #1 pound-for-pound fighter right now, going forward. I don't consider him #1 pound-for-pound. Of course, pound-for-pound is a mythical title, so you can't prove it unless 2 guys fight each other. But my #1 pound-for-pound guy, until proven otherwise, is Terrence Bud Crawford, the Oracle of Omaha, I call him. No apologies to Warren Buffett. I think Warren Buffett has a little more money. But I just don't think, as dazzling as he's been, I don't think Lopez is equipped at this point to beat Lomachenko.
Yeah, here's my take on it. First of all, with regard to
I think it's too soon for Lopez.
I mean, that's quite possible. In terms of the what you mentioned with the pound for pound, I mean, first of all, you're right. First of all, that's a subjective thing. So one person has one opinion, one person has another. One thing that I've always said was I've always sort of used the accomplishment meter, and I'm not saying Crawford hasn't done enough, but with regard to Lomachenko, he's tried to fight the top guys from like his second professional fight, because he wanted to do it on the first one. Aram said no. From his second professional fight, he's been trying, and he's been fighting strong champions. So that's my take. But if somebody disagrees, I'm cool with that. I can see Crawford.
Let's hope that it's a great fight, and during this time of the pandemic continuing, let's hope it's a fight that gives boxing a boost overall.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of a prediction, obviously I agree that Lomachenko is the favorite. In looking at fights by Lopez, my takeaway, I could be wrong, I think he's too straight ahead. And so when Lomachenko starts to give him the angles, step to the left, step to the right, I don't think he's going to be able to deal with it. Now, is it possible that, like, who was the guy that knocked Lomachenko down? It was one of the guys. Then he knocked him out with a body shot. But it's possible Lomachenko gets caught, and that's always the case. Like I remember when Galata was fighting Brewster, I picked Galata, but I said, like, listen, I'm not going to be surprised if Galata gets knocked out. That actually happened.
Andrew Galata was no everlasting Einstein, not the brightest lamp in the library. I would not compare him any way, shape, or form, except that they're both fighters, to Lomachenko. Lomachenko is an acrobat. He's a whirling dervish. He's sort of a ring magician, and his record speaks for itself, with one exception, and one Mexican who has a victory over him.
Yeah. Oh, Salido. Yeah. No, but
Salido.
Yeah, obviously, Lomachenko and Galata. But my point was that it's anything is possible if somebody gets hurt. But if we're talking about probabilities, Lomachenko's, my thinking, he's going to dance around him. He's going to win. I think mid-round stoppage. To me, I think it's one of these things where he's going to.
I will disagree with you there, Slav. I think it's going to be Lomachenko by a fairly comfortable decision.
Okay. Yeah, I usually try to go the points route, but I'm really thinking, based on what I've seen, that it's a straightforward guy, going to get frustrated by the angles. But we'll see. We'll see next Saturday night.
Or as Larry Holmes once said, an opponent frustrated him.